Hi, everyone. We are back with the Unrehearsed podcast. It is the week after Thanksgiving.
It is
How was your Thanksgiving?
delicious.
Did you have a pumpkin pie?
That sweet potato pie was banging.
No. I still have some pumpkin pie left. You should take some home with you.
Next October, it's me and that pumpkin pie.
Thanksgiving was really good. We did host, and I have so much food. I spent the 4 days of break just finding ways to freeze things. Like, I'm going to make a meal, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then freeze that portion, you know?
I really wanted to try learning how to do that. The prepping ahead and freezing. I think I can do it pretty well with rice, but then I'm just such a quick, let me see what's in the refrigerator, throw a meal together kind of person. Or I meal prep for the week.
I'm not good at the week thing.
It's old.
If I have a meal that I can separate or prepare, or little pieces like Thanksgiving, fine. But so don't catch me on a Sunday trying to cook and get the right. And then what happens at the rest of the week? I mean, you have you prep on Sunday.
Yeah, you prep on Sunday.
And then what? By Thursday, I know that food is weird.
It's not weird. It's just, I don't know. I think you eat for different reasons. So it's at this point, food is fuel kind of mentality versus the weekend.
No, but I'm talking about it hasn't spoiled.
No, not at all.
For the whole week.
For the whole week, it's not spoiled, but
that is crazy to me. I feel like it
boring.
Boring, maybe. Boring, sure, but I feel like
exciting.
Yeah. Well, Thanksgiving, I did actually for the first time make turkey broth.
Oh, wow.
With the bones and the
deep.
other stuff.
I think that sounds delicious. I cooked with turkey broth, but I bought it.
Well, you didn't have the bones to do it.
I mean, I just never have a turkey. I cooked chicken. My meal went really well. I cooked for my family. They enjoyed it.
I didn't get to enjoy it because they enjoyed it so much.
They enjoyed it to its completion. And this is the first time I didn't have leftovers. The pans were scraped. And I was like, oh, well, compliments to the chef.
So Taj and I've conned her into coming to cook with me so that I can learn her amazing ways. So probably some clips about that on Instagram. I can't wait to show you guys those little things, those little snippets. It is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to the greens. I was telling her that's the one thing that I've been itching to find a way to make.
That they are gone. They evaporated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not because of me.
They weren't in Giselle's tummy. So I had to break that to her. I was see what happened.
I was very sad. I was a little disappointed.
She was. I was there's
oh no. There's only one option.
I know.
Trap Tajma in the kitchen.
Not trap. I'll come willingly.
Trap. Oh, man. So Thanksgiving was really fun.
It was. It was a good time that was had. And with Thanksgiving being that we're the week after, I know that they have Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and isn't it Giving Tuesday?
I think so. Yeah.
Should we talk about our Giving Tuesday?
I think we should.
I think we should too.
We have an amazing sponsor for our new podcasting laptop. I am very excited to start using it. Usually, we kind of hand it off. Matt uses his laptop in the morning and I use the laptop in the evening. And so now we have our own. So I want to say a very, very special thank you to Tony, Mac and Cheese, Trill, all those amazing names. We were laughing about that today. He really graciously delivered that to us today. So I'm really excited to start using it. And thank you
so much. Because, I really love Giving Tuesday because it's focused on a lot of small businesses. We're a small business, we have 9 to 5s, unfortunately, still. We're trying to hustle out here and figure out our ways in just, I don't know, exploring different options. We love spending time with you guys on Wednesdays, giving you a play-by-play of our fun adventures in our weeks. And so just having somebody who believes in us and we're just like, here you go. Thank you so much. It just means a ton. And I know I speak for all small like creators. Then they're like, when somebody believes in you, it just makes you want to
Cry.
do that. But we don't have a waterproof anything.
Literally cry.
But it also just makes you want to like continue going after your dreams, even when you have to work your painful 9 to 5 otherwise.
So thank you again so much for that amazing gift. We are going to absolutely put it to good use around here.
We really are. We really are. I'm so excited.
And I just wanted to say that we are both wearing green. We are
Green day.
It's a green day. This looks kind of dark on camera, but it is green.
It's green, y'all.
I'm taking over Taj now too. So
it's funny because like this morning I was just like, oh, I want to wear it. This sweater looks warm, y'all, but I've been cold all day.
I think it's just this weather. This weather
It's been
sucks.
very cold and very chilly.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately.
I absolutely hate it. I'm like, why is it so cold in the mornings? It's awful.
Yeah, I have to put another blanket on my bed.
It was freezing. I was wearing like, I think 4 or 5 layers today.
Yes, you did look very well.
I was it's very bundled. Well, we work outside, right? So it's like the doors are always open. It's always, and I went outside and I was like, oh, it's overcast. It's going to be freezing. Absolutely was freezing. It was
true.
Terrible. And then we had a friend that comes from San Bruno, and he was like, I think it's colder here than in San Bruno, and usually San Bruno is pretty cold.
Yeah.
So
it's been chilly.
Yeah, no, the weather's been pretty bad. But all of this holiday conversation, all this holiday talk, all this family, definitely opens up the conversation that I think is really important for this holiday season and for people who are in different situations. And trigger warning for anybody who is experiencing these issues. We are going to be talking about infertility, pregnancy, kids, all of that. Here at the Unrehearsed podcast, we do not stray from any conversation. So I think it's really important to have this conversation right now, especially with the holidays, and more holidays are coming up. I think that it comes up a lot.
It does.
Do you get that conversation a lot with your family?
I think there has been a period where it was like really tough. And it was like every conversation that where is your partner, your husband, where are your babies, your children? And then as you're getting older, is it something you desire? Is it something you don't desire? And for me, I can just share that it's something that I desire immensely. Like, I've been successful in my career. I got into my career in my 20s, and it just really took off from there. And I am beyond grateful and very appreciative and excited. And I am an educator and an administrator now. And I think being around children as much as I'm around them kind of really met a need in my heart. It didn't take it away. If anything, it made it bigger. Like, I've spent my last 20 years being a part of other people's journeys and raising their children. And they ask, I think it comes up at work a lot. You're so good with kids. Do you have kids? No, not yet. Do you want kids? Yeah. There's been times where I had one too many burgers and they thought I was pregnant. And I wasn't.
I feel like every woman's experienced that in some way or another.
And, as you get older, you start to wonder, like, can I have kids? And so I did go to a fertility doctor, got everything checked out, and everything was good. And there was like no reasons why I couldn't have children. It was just finding that partner. But I think when it came to family, they could be so I think curious out of love, but it was so painful to always be like, no, I'm not pregnant. No, I don't have children yet. Being that it's something that I deeply desire.
Yeah. I come at it from a different angle. For as long as I can remember, I always wanted to have kids. It was like one of those, like, I was the kid that carried around a baby doll. Like, I wanted to have a kid and I wanted to be a mother. And that was like a really big part of my life. And we tried for 5 years, unsuccessfully. And I almost thank God that I never got pregnant and lost it,
Mm-hmm.
because I think that that would have just destroyed me in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely, it was really painful. It was a really painful experience to try and fail month and month and month after month.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that comes with a lot of guilt. It comes with a lot of shame, of like, why isn't this happening for us? Why isn't it working for us? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I had people who were getting pregnant who weren't even trying. I had
Mm-hmm.
people who like didn't want kids and then were all of a sudden, pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And that was so difficult for me because it was just kind of like, well, why them? Like,
Mm-hmm.
why them and why not me?
Mm-hmm.
Who's like been wanting this for my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And now that it's my turn,
Mm-hmm.
I don't get to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and there was a lot of like other things like stereotypes and things like that. Like, oh, you're Latina, you're going to be pregnant in no time. And
Right.
that time never came. and,
Very true.
and that just, and so then that, you question everything. You're just like, why, all these things, why not me? Why not me? And it got to a point where it was making me ill. Like I would dread it every month. It was just like, oh my God, is it gonna be it or is it not gonna be it? And I would stress so much about it. Um, and then every time that it was a negative pregnancy test, I would go into this insane depression and I would get really sad and I would
Mm-hmm.
start crying. And it was so bad. It got to a point where it was really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think that every time, and especially during that time
Mm-hmm.
when we were really trying and really, doing as much as we can, like, or could at that time,
Mm-hmm.
um, people would ask and people would say some really insensitive shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that at that point, I came to that conclusion, right? That it was like people ask
Mm-hmm.
out of like, just like kindness, like curiosity,
Curiosity.
like,
Yeah.
it's not coming from a bad place. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that people are being malicious when they ask, like, oh, are you having kids? It's just a topic of conversation. It's
Mm-hmm.
something that comes up. But I think that being on the other side of not being able to and having that question asked time and time and time again,
Yeah.
especially when you're having a hard time,
Yeah.
was brutal because you
Mm-hmm.
didn't know how to fucking answer half the time. You're just like I don't want to sit here and tell you my whole life story, right? Like I don't want to sit
Mm-hmm.
here and explain to you why. And then
Mm-hmm.
if you did ever explain why, sometimes you'd get people who would say, um, "Oh, just don't stress about it. Oh, just don't
Just relax.
just relax. Just relax. Like,
Yeah.
don't think about it too hard. Or like, your time
Mm-hmm.
will come or whatever it is, and again, people just don't know really what to say in situations like that. But it's like, if you don't know what to say, then don't fucking ask.
But I also think it's just like having this mentality of people can have different perspectives, like
Mm-hmm.
I, like I met my partner and he really wants to be a dad and I really want to be a mom. And, like there's, things that you wonder, like I think that that's been such a quiet society, especially for, I think our cultures, like you said, some people sneeze and they end up pregnant so easily in that stereotype of like when you're young, you try everything in your power not to get pregnant. Then when you're established and you're ready, it seems like you try everything to get pregnant. And it's like, well, maybe I should just been a teen mom then. Like, I
Seriously.
like literally have I've thought that, I've said that. I was like, I think I'm just really gonna be a teen mom because or should have been. I'm well past the teens. But I think that just in general, normalizing, hey, how do I support you where you are in life is a question that I ask instead of assuming. Because I think it's one of my sisters-in-laws that's always like, when are you going to have kids? And I think it's like that insensitive comment of
Mm-hmm.
like, I haven't been trying not to. I've been trying everything to have kids. And when it comes to fertility, it was helpful to know that everything was functioning in the way that it needs to. But it's also like, okay, but then when, you know?
And why?
And
And
why? And the unexplained fertility issues are the hardest.
let me tell you, girl, we didn't go down that road. We didn't go down the road of like, doctors and
Mhm.
medicine and
Mhm.
all of that.
Mhm.
We both agreed that it just wasn't what we wanted.
Mhm.
We didn't want to force anything. Like
Right.
if it was not going to happen, it just wasn't going to happen.
Right.
And honestly, the reason why that even came up was that I was gonna actually go to the doctor and see what was going on. It had been like a year and a half and nothing had happened. And I was like, I need to get checked out. Like something needs to happen.
Mhm.
And the doctor, I remember I was on the phone with her and I was like, it's been a year and a half. We've been
Mhm.
trying this and
Mhm.
that. We've done all these things
Mhm. Mhm.
that are kind of like within my control. And
Right.
I,
Right.
and I haven't been able to get this to happen at all. And she said to me, it is 10% chance that it's nobody's fault, 20% chance that it's the man's fault, and the rest of the percent chance that it's your fault. And when she said that to me, my heart broke
Yeah.
because who wants it to be their fault? Like, what a shitty way to frame something. Like,
Mhm.
that was an actual, like, it was such a blow that I
Yeah.
was like, I don't want to know.
Mhm.
I don't want to be the reason. Like, absolutely not.
Mhm.
Um, and so that I feel like really shifted. At
Mhm.
that point, I was like, it's just never going to happen. Like, it's just never going to happen if it, like, because I'm not going to do this. Like, I don't want to be the reason. I don't want to be the fault.
Right.
Um, and I don't even want to know now. And then we
Mhm.
continued to kind of talk about it just between the two of us. And it was
Mhm.
just kind of like, we we're just kind of like, if it's not going to happen naturally, I don't want to kind of push it and use medicine for that. And that's just my personal opinion. I know plenty of people who have done IVF and other things,
Right.
and that
Right.
worked for them.
Mhm.
And that's very an individual choice.
Mhm.
Um, but it just was such a blow in a really already tough spot.
Yeah.
And it was so unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like, it was
Yeah.
such an unnecessary thing.
Mhm.
Um, and with unnecessary things were unnecessary comment. I like this is my favorite one. You'll never know love until you have children.
You never fully grow up until you have children.
First of all, fuck you
Mhm.
very much
Mhm.
because I have plenty of love in my life. I have purpose, I
Mhm.
have drive, I have freedom. Thank you very much.
Adulthood has been achieved, everybody.
It is people can be really insensitive. People can be really insensitive. And I think that it's a topic that needs to be talked about more
Out loud, yeah.
out loud.
And the other thing is, I think what I find to be fascinating is that percentage has changed. And like the more that we're learning about male fertility and how it impacts you, like the male's health and things, not that we're trying to blame anybody in the situation, but I was reading or listening to something that said that morning sickness is contributed to the male side.
Oh, interesting.
And I thought that was like interesting too, because I think that even as women, there's so much pressure on it's your fault if you cannot produce. And there's this deep innate feeling for some people, not all, that like you're here to have somebody who looks like you. But I also feel and I recognize that parenthood comes in many different forms.
Mhm.
And you don't have to have a human baby. You can have plants, fur babies. I've been an aunt for my whole life pretty much because my first niece, the first grandchild is only a year, 9 months younger than me. And so I think that it's an overflow of people's hearts, like when they say really insensitive comments. And I think that that doesn't define who you are. Like I'm going to be a mother regardless.
It's just in a different way.
It's just in a different way.
Absolutely. I 100% believe that. I mean, I have given my heart to a lot of different things. A lot of different things, a lot of different people.
Hmm.
Um I've raised children I've raised,
Exactly.
and I've shaped and I've,
Influenced.
you've influenced and you've, grown. I also used to work at a school. There were
Mm-hmm.
other children and teenagers and people. And
Mm-hmm.
it's for me, it is the love that you have to give. Absolutely.
It
And,
is.
and yes, like for me, it's not going to be a child. We have agreed now at this point that, um, we just don't want children.
Mm-hmm.
I have grown to like my freedom a little too much at
That is
at
100%
this
facts.
point.
Like,
Um,
children run you.
yes.
That's the new boss in town.
And I like being my own boss. I like my trips to Paris, Japan,
Mm-hmm.
and whenever I just get an itch to do something or go or not wake up in the morning till noon or,
Mm-hmm.
there's life does not end. It took a
It doesn't.
very long time for me to come around to the idea
Mm-hmm.
that my life was not over.
Mm-hmm.
I was not useless. I was not pointless. I
Mm-hmm.
have a purpose.
Right.
Um, even though it wasn't what I believed it was or what it should have been.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it took me a long time to discover that for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you, all of our listeners out there who are having that same feeling, that same issue, especially around this holiday season,
Yeah.
you are worth so much more than just children. And
Mm-hmm.
your life doesn't end here. Your life does not end here.
Doesn't.
The world is vast, and so is everything in it. So,
And I would also just say, like, and your journey to parenthood is worth one sharing
mhm.
to whoever wants to know. I like sharing my story because it relates to somebody else who might need to hear something. My road to parenthood, my road to finding a partner that really connects has been a very long and painful journey. It hasn't been easy. Um, I'm not a mother yet, and we'll see if that is something that is what comes to fruition. I believe so. I feel it. Like one day we're gonna have a podcast and baby's running around. And we're like, hey y'all. But I think that the more we share what's really on your heart, then it helps people to know how to be more sensitive,
Yeah.
especially during the holidays.
Yeah.
Don't ask that single person where their partner's at. It's
Mhm.
painful. Don't ask that, person who doesn't have a child in their arms or one that you see of a human child. Don't ask them where their baby is.
Yeah.
Recognize what they're doing in life. Give them something that lets them know that you see them.
Mhm.
Like, how's it going? Is that card, or is there something that you would like for me to like ask you of how you're doing so that we can survive the holidays together? Because we only made it through the first one now, y'all. We got
Yeah.
Christmas and Happy New Year.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
of
We gotta make it.
we got a long way to go.
We have a 3-week break to recover, prep,
Yeah.
hide, run away, plan that last minute trip.
I know more trips this year, girl. I spent way too much money in Paris.
I'm just saying to anybody who needs it out
Yeah.
from family, one holiday, it's great.
Thankfully, my family this year was really chill so far. I feel
My
like
family is great.
our little holiday was very quiet and very warm, which was nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you guys are not alone.
You're not.
Share a story, share
Yeah.
your experience
Yeah.
with people. I've got to say, there was like that one time when we were really in the thick of it. I had one friend who I don't even know how the conversation came up, to be honest. Um, but she had told me that they were struggling and that they, found out why and it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
going to happen and all
Mm.
of these things.
Yeah.
Um, and that moment of solidarity was just everything. It just
Mm-hmm.
like just feel like you weren't the only one, to
Yeah.
feel like somebody knew where you were coming from
Mm-hmm.
was instrumental. And I feel like I don't want to say her name because I'm going to
Right.
protect her privacy, but
Mm-hmm.
but just know that you know who you
Mm-hmm.
are.
Mm-hmm.
And I thank you so much for that conversation because
Mm-hmm.
it really meant a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it started my process to just be able to process everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think that was really um It's really important. And
It is.
yeah,
I think having community is important no matter what stage you're in,
for sure.
because no one wants to be the only one.
Never.
You do feel that.
Yeah. So that was a really heavy conversation.
It was, but I feel like it's important to share different pieces of our hearts, especially with you guys. Like we said, we're just, some homies out here sharing what's on our minds, our hearts, and our souls, and building community. I don't believe in single stories. I believe then that everybody needs a community and has a community. So if you ever feel like you're going through something that you do not know how to get through, know that there's lots of people who can relate to you. And we're more than happy to be part of your community and your circle. So let us know.
Yeah, we appreciate all of the DMs and the emails. We have a new computer again to check all of our amazing emails from.
Yes.
So again, we want to thank you so much for joining us this week. I know it was a little heavy, so please drink a cup of tea,
Take care
snuggle
of
up into a
yourselves.
warm blanket, take a nice little walk. I think cold air is good for walking.
I don't know about all that, but if the sun is out, then enjoy it with the cold air.
Yeah. Well, we thank you guys again for coming and listening to our episode this week.
Yeah.
We will absolutely catch you in the next one. Mwah! We love you. Bye.